Hello friends, it's Nicole. Welcome to a Cherry on Top YouTube Pop for August. This month we are creating projects around a travel theme. I haven't done much traveling lately, so I pulled one of my favorite pictures from Costa Rica that I'm going to use on this layout, and I'm using the Everywhere collection by 49 Market. I like to buy their page kits because you get a little bit of everything in a little small kit, and you don't have to pay a lot of money for all the different added embellishments. Of course, I bought some washi tape and the film strips, and those are actually things that I purchased to go with other kits as well. But to begin, I am just pulling out all the embellishments that I think I'm going to use on the layout. I'm not going to use all of them, but it just cuts the time for me going through and looking at everything. So I just start right at the beginning and just pull them all out. And I really like the florals, the leaves. They kind of match the colors in the picture, so I'm going to use that as well. And I like the matted backgrounds too. So I have some different journaling cards that I pulled aside just to layer the pictures, and then I'm pulling out the pattern paper that I think I might use. They're also beautiful, and I generally don't use the page kit for what it's meant to be. I just do whatever I want to do. So to begin, I'm cutting down this paper to 7.5 by 10 inch. That way it fits nicely in the on the cardstock, which will leave a nice little border. And then I'm just going to mount that down with adhesive. And then I just make sure it's centered. And I really like the circle chipboard, and I wanted to use that as a focal point on the layout. So right now I'm going to mat the picture on the tab photo mat. I think that's the cutest thing. And then I'm going to kind of move everything around to see if I like where it is before I place it down. And I was going to go ahead and just glue this down and realize I haven't even taken the adhesive strip off the back of the circle. So be careful when you're scrapbooking your layouts before you start gluing things down. And I just love playing with layers. So I'm just going to stick these down, and I'm trying to move the embellishment down before I place them, just to make sure everything lines up the way I want it. And these embellishments are so cute in this collection. The perfect travel collection. And I know lace doesn't necessarily go with a travel layout, but I like it, so I'm going to just glue it at the top of the layout. It gives it a nice vintage feel. And then I am moving some die cuts around and gluing them down if I'm happy with them. I am also going to splatter some white ink all over the layout because I like the splattered look because I'm a mixed media artist, but I know it's not for everyone. You don't have to do that if you don't like it. But if you look, you'll see closely. If you look closely on the leaves, you'll see little speckles of white, and that's really what I wanted, just a little bit of white. And then before I put the photo down, I'm going to add some washi tape to the back. And now I'm going to mount this down as well, being careful not to make sure it's straight, because once you put that down, it's done. And I forgot I had these flowers. They are wildflowers in slate, and I thought they would make a nice little cluster with the laser dyes. So I'm going to use some foam squares to pop those on the corner of the photo. And then I just move this flower around a little bit so they're not smashed. And I'm thinking I'm going to glue the chipboard sentiments at the bottom. I'm not gluing those down yet because I'm not really sure what I'm going to do down there. So instead I'm just going to move at the top and glue down the embellishment that I know I want to add. And then I'm just using these little post-it laser dies just to make some layers. I love layers, so I don't want a layout that looks too flat. And then I forgot I had this strip that I wanted to use. So I'm going to tuck that behind here. And then I'm going to use the rest of it on the bottom there. I don't like the waste product, so if I can find a fun way to use it, even the scraps, I'm going to use it. And then I'm just going to glue down some more chipboard pieces. These chipboards are really nice quality. And I especially love the little buttons. So I'm going to glue those down there. And I like these two, and I'm trying to figure out what I was going to do with those. And I'm going to just tuck them behind here, just a little bit there. And then this one's going to go here. And then I forgot I wanted to use this blue border, or a frame, for like a border. So I'm just going to tuck that at the top there, just to add some more layering. I just love it. And then I'm just going to glue this down. And then I have another button I think I'm going to add just next to the flower. And I felt like the bottom needed something else. So I'm going to add this chipboard sentiment down here. And then the top was also missing something. And I'm just like, what am I going to do up here? I just didn't like it. It just felt like it was empty up there. So I'm like trying to think about what I want to do. And then I forgot I had these transparent film strips. And I thought those would look good up there to kind of add some more layers. And I like how this looks. Perfect. And then I want to add some more film strips. And I really should have done this before I mounted the photo down, but I forgot I was going to use them. So now I'm going to cut them in half and just tuck them up there. And then I'm trying to make sure I line everything up, you know, from the top to the bottom there so they're not all off. And then I'm just going to glue those in there as well. I love these little frames. And then, of course, I never know when to stop with embellishments because they're just so fun. I just want to use everything, but I'm just going to... I really wanted to use the heart, but it's not working. So put that aside, and I'm just going to journal Costa Rica on the tab. And then I just wrote at the top, too, best ever. We had such a great time, and I can't wait to go back. And there it is. Thanks so much for visiting today. Please give me a thumbs up if you found this post and this layout inspiring, and hop along for more inspiration.